Yo, yo, what's up? We back. Another episode of Keep It G News, man. And man, and on this episode, we're gonna talk about gangs. Cause there's been a lot of talk recently about gangs. So you got the Bloods, the Crips, the BGF, the Aryan Nation, the YSL. Yeah, man. You might as well throw them in there, cause that's what they're trying to say. But we always forget about these motorcycle gangs, the Mongolos, the Hells Angels, the Outlaws. You know what I mean? Because they don't really classify them as a gang. But all around the world, these guys are doing gang activity. Straight up and down. Real gangster stuff, man. You know what I mean? So that's what we gonna do today, man. But before we do that, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man, because I'm the only street guy on the internet talking about motorcycle gangs. You know what I mean? I introduced that to YouTube. But today I'm going to introduce y'all to the Bandidos gang out of San Antonio. Ruthless, heartless, killers. Straight up. Check them out. Van driver Benjamin Perry, 42, plowed into David Crawford, 59, who was on a motorcycle on 838 in Plymouth in May. Perry was jailed for 12 years at Exeter Crown Court for manslaughter. Chad Braden, 36, and Thomas Parley, 32, were also convicted of manslaughter and jailed for 4 years each. Sentencing the trio, Mr. Justice Garden said Mr. Crawford was utterly innocent in all of this. He had just been out for a ride on his bike with his friends in the motorcycle club, he said. Neither he nor his fellow bikers had done anything wrong that evening. You three had absolutely no business trying to dictate who rode their bikes in Devon, or what they were wearing when doing so. The judge said the men, who were all members of the now defunct Plymouth Bandidos Motorcycle Club chapter, acted after being alerted to the presence of the Hells Angels and their supporters, the Red Chiefs, in the area. In the infantile world of such motorcycle clubs, to ride a motorbike in the neighboring county displaying your colors, it seems to cause great offense to the club that considers the county its home territory. You were each contacted by a sergeant-at-arms of your club about the presence of these other clubs, and you each took the streets of Plymouth. Detective Inspector Ross Smith for the Major Crimes Investigation Team said the footage retained from the dash cameras fitted in Perry's van showed the collision was no accident. The evidence has shown that Perry was not working alone. Along with Bradding and Parley, the three men worked together in a callous and coordinated attack that ultimately took the life of David Crawford, he said. These men have taken away a father, grandfather, brother, and son away from his family in what was a senseless and unwarranted attack. Perry, Braiding, and Parley were all members of the now defunct Plymouth Bandidos Motorcycle Club. On May 12th, they spotted Mr. Crawford, a member of the Red Chiefs, on his motorcycle and wanted to talk to him about wearing his club colors on their patch. Mr. Crawford had traveled into Cornwall from Plymouth with other members that evening, but he went alone to return home in Ivory Bridge, Devon. Braiding and Parley, who were in a black Mercedes car, stopped Mr. Crawford on the St. Budock Slip Road before he was hit from behind by Perry speeding Ford Transit. Thomas Parley, Benjamin Perry, and Chad Bradding. You know what I mean? Those are the guys. Did you hear what they did? Ran a man off the road. Sheesh. Caught, what, 20 years and 4 years, respectfully? It's real ironic, man. You got all these gangs out here, man, that don't get no notoriety, that you barely hear about. Only time you hear about them is if you in their town. But we got gangs like the Bloods and Crips that you hear everywhere. You ain't got to be in that town. You going to know about these people because they put on Front Street. They put out there. In that last video I did on the Hells Angels, I explained to y'all how a lot of these motorcycle gangs avoid indictments because they don't classify them as a gang. It's tricky. You know what I mean? Or it's convenient, however you want to look at it. But you heard what they did. But we ain't saying the visual of it. Because the visual of it is worse than the reading. Watch this. I'm gonna ask y'all a question, man. Did that deserve 20 years? The guy that ran over him, did he deserve 20 years? Or should it have been a little bit, put a little bit more juice on there? And the other two guys got 4. They was all a part of this. They ran him down. Similar to what happened with Ahmad, what's the guy name out of Georgia? I can't remember his name. But Ahmad, similar to what they did to him. Ran him down, stalked him. Over gang colors. Gang colors. Sound real thuggish to me. And they just go to show and prove that this don't just happen in our community, in our environment. This is really going on everywhere. But we'll never know about it because nobody reports on these stories. The most they get is a documentary where they just pile everything up. But they don't break it down piece by piece so you can see what's really going on with these people. Because these people ruthless. And they out here. They might be your judges or your lawyers or your prosecutors, They got high-ranking jobs, so they turn away and don't really pay attention to what they're going, and they don't bunch them up as a collective. They look at these people as individuals doing individual crime. So you're not going to hear too many RICOs. Once in a blue. You know what I mean? Once in a blue. But let me know how y'all feel about this in the comments, man. Like, these are some gangsters. In my opinion. Let me know what y'all think. Another episode of Keep It G News, man. I'm Keep It G Blog, and I'm out, you dig?